Hey, hey, Limpton. Hey,
Have a great game, man.
hey, oh shit, sorry. Hey, Lipton, what box do you use? Chat box, chat box. No, your box for your mod, for your chat moderators or whatever. You don't have no chat moderator? No. Oh, okay. Oh, I got everything. I got cameras and shit like that, but I need a backdrop. He was about to die without that scooter.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Karl Anthony Towns has a different disposition than his predecessor and mentor, Kevin Garnett.
Outstanding, D.A. Thank you. Well, for some free agents who won't be heading to the postseason, Clark, these could be the final games with their teams. And you think that looms over a player's psyche, knowing he could be on the way out, playing somewhere else next year?
Kevin, I'm sure it's sometimes hard to ignore if that's your particular individual case. It would be definitely hard to not give thought to that.
Get a nice clean game, huh?
There's something about the game when you get immersed in it, you can't really be thinking about other things, but I'm sure in those moments when you're not playing, then it becomes more prevalent in your thinking if you happen to be a player in that particular situation. And at the end of the day, you just got to recognize it as part of the business of the game.
It's always there, isn't it? The business of the game, always in front of these players.
Yeah.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So the Raptors 5 right now. Leonard and Ibaka are the forward pairing. Richardson is out there with Wright, and it's Valanciunas in its center.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Bledsoe kicks to Thompson. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And, you know, the Bucks in recent seasons have employed an aggressive trapping style defensively. Diminishing returns, though, as the league has figured it out. Now they've gone back to the drawing board.
And making our way toward the finish line, this is a great time to check out the new power rankings. You take a look at Los Angeles. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And you know, for the Bucks, they've just crushed expectations all season long. Only a few people thought they could sustain this level of excellence, but here they are.
And with the Bucks' length and athleticism, the pressure style of D made sense.
Yeah, you know, but when it broke down, Kevin, they gave up open threes in today's game. That's almost as bad as a layup.
To the wing on the left. Inside. And Towns throws it down.
And a good call. Towns, one of the best in the league with the catch and flush.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Right against Bledsoe. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Collins kicks to Thompson. The Bucks working the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. No good from Bledsoe. Raptors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Thompson against Richardson. Ibaka outside. And here's Leonard from 3. Drills the three-pointer. Leonard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's Bledsoe who brings it up for the Bucks. Trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Toronto where they beat the Raptors.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnover.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Knocked away. Fast break, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo running. It's stolen by Ibaka. Right, looking around. Leonard on the wing. And there's a whistle. That goes on the bodyguard. That's his first foul. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. On defense, Milwaukee. Here's Leonard.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
It's deflected, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between three-pointers and other shots have been for the Raptors.
And they have been feasting from long range, shooting with volume and accuracy. It's been a good recipe for them offensively, and boy, it puts a lot of pressure on opposing defenses to try and cover all that space.
Antetokounmpo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupation.
And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
6 on the shot clock. In the corner, Ibaka with it. Drops in the tray. Ibaka's got 5 now.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
Bledsoe kicks to Thompson. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Thompson. Bledsoe against Wright. Bledsoe passes to Howard. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Thompson for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
Gotta love the smooth shooting stroke of Thompson. Outstanding at shooting as soon as he catches the ball.
Valanciunas finds Ibaka. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Bucks at 5 from 18. The shot, no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Outside Leonard. Bledsoe against Wright. Back to Leonard from outside the arc. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Richardson kicks to Ibaka. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Here's Holland. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Celtics in Boston. Fast break, Milwaukee. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And the Raptors call time here.
And you might have heard this story about Giannis growing a couple of inches since he was drafted, but how about the strength this kid is at? Under 200 pounds as a rook. He's added a
That's probably why they did it. They ain't gonna never expect us to come up this hill.
Through his dedication in the weight room.
Taking a look now at some numbers for the bodyguard. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Averaging 23 points per game, almost 4.5 steals and 7 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
In an effort to protect the players, games are called a little tighter sometimes. And that said, Clark, which guys still bring the physicality that draw the eyes and the attention of the officials?
Well, some of these guys bring attention to themselves by virtue of their reputations, but in terms of physical presence, Steven Adams, to me, is just a behemoth of a guy.
He's grit. He's just all grit, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he just oozes that with his size and the way he goes about his work.
He does.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Leonard. Drains it from 17 feet out. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Bledsoe against Wright. Bledsoe kicks to Holland. Feeds it to Towns. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you think about the game of Karl Anthony Towns, the versatility just leaps out at you.
Well, he's a man of his times, Kevin, when you talk about his game. I mean, that's where the game is now. And that's always been his ambition, to be as complete a player as possible. And at his size, he shoots it deep, he can post you up. And as he gets better as a passer, he's going to be harder to guard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Robinson's checked in for Thompson. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. A new group in now for the Raptors. Siakam is checked in for Ibaka. OG Anunoby comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Norman Powell's checked in for Richardson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Wright. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here's Toronto. Here's Valanciunas. The shot from the low post is good. He has 6.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Holland, the pass to Towns. Count it. And the Bucks lead by...
Yo, what up, Dunk?
6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
I'm not getting. I probably won't be buying any games until
Now here's
at least
Powell.
like 5 at least.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's VanVleet. It's rebounded by Towns. Milwaukee leading by 6. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game. Mirotic is checked in for Milwaukee. Towns kicks to Robinson, right wing. Here's Holland. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Celtics in Boston.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And now we'll look at who's been leading the NBA in rebounding since the All-Star break. Number 1, Karl Anthony Towns.
He has taken his rebounding very seriously since the break. It's really paid off for him and his team.
Here's Paul. No points in the game yet for him. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Van Vliet. Over to the left wing. Anunoby, no good. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. 6-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And a lot of people thought they were the favorites going into that one, but it ended up being a much tougher game than most anticipated, and they just fell short.
Well, to me, it looked like, Greg, they were pretty evenly matched. And you look at how the game
Hey,
ended.
Dunk, did you have any hard time getting on Xbox at all yesterday?
That sentiment. Those are 2 pretty evenly matched teams.
No good from Valanciunas.
Cannot give him that much room from mid-range. They got to feel lucky.
I couldn't even log on to Xbox
And the shot
yesterday.
goes down.
I couldn't get on Xbox until like 6 o'clock yesterday. Server, they were saying they was having a server problem or whatever, and then they fixed the server problem for the majority, but there was still people having issues, which is dumb to me. But you know, I had to play my career all day yesterday to make up for the XP I lost throughout the whole day. You know what I mean? Like that shit was mad gay.
Shot clock at 6. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. They could use a bucket. A rebound by the Bucks.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Robinson passes to Holland. And Mirotic has it in the corner. It's Thomas outside. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
You can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
It's tipped and stolen by Mirotic. Here's the floater. And Thomas with the lay-in, good. Thomas got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. And Siakam has it in the corner. Here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Thomas. Shot clock at 3. And again, no good by Toronto. Milwaukee leading by 15. Mirotic finds Thomas. Out left to the wing. Left side, Towns. The layup off two.
That's smothering defense. Chicken and gravy defense, not giving him an inch there. That's how you guard the inside. Yes, sir.
Knocks it loose. Here's Anunoby, defended by Holland. Here's the teardrop. And the rejection by Towns. Whoops, there's the 24-second violation, so they'll turn it over. Seven seconds left here in the first quarter. It's Thomas outside, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Bucks lead by 15. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight to floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting a show on, guys.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, everything is sharp. I mean, nothing forced, precise passes, taking care of the ball. That's good stuff.
So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Powell. Anunoby out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, the bodyguard in that last game against the Celtics made some big plays. He ended up with 22 points, and he seemed to have a hand in all the big defensive stops, putting up good numbers in both the steal and block columns. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Greg, something really stoked his fire. Man, there was no holding him back. And when a player is that locked in, you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Valanciunas passes to Anunoby. 6 to shoot. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
The pass to Howard. He kicks it to Mirotic. And Thomas has it in the corner. And it's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Bucks making a change here. Brown's checked in. Raptors also changing it up. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Kawhi Leonard comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Richardson in for Powell. Raptors trail by 15. A new group in now for the Raptors. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Siakam. OG Anunoby comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Powell, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Wright in for Fred VanVleet. Clark, you were drafted 8th overall by the Indiana Pacers. Do you have any indication that you were going to be their pick in particular, that you were going to go in that slot? Was there any kind of inkling at all?
No, I only visited with teams drafting 4 through 7. Talked to the Chicago Bulls, the Dallas Mavericks, and I read some of the reports about where I was projected. But you know what? Once you get past the first or second, sometimes the top 3 picks in a draft, you really don't know who's going where after that. So I was fortunate. I landed in a good spot.
Right.
And Indianapolis was a good place for me and Rosie to be as I started my NBA career.
It sure was. Shot on the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And it's Wright with the ball for the Raptors. They trail by 18. Passes it to Ibaka. Over onto the Kumbo. The shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Anunoby, no good. Bucks leading by 19 points. Antetokounmpo with the ball. His last outing with 20 points. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Nice concentration from Giannis Antetokounmpo. Outstanding job looking over the defense and staying focused on the basket.
Here's Powell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows.
Two shots,
He'll
gentlemen.
shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. His last 10 games have been exceptional, putting up 26 points per, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
He hits the second from the line. The Bucks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders. Bucks number 1.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
Toronto's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And Wright kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Wright. Here's Anunoby, covered by Holland. 4 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the amount of space Antetokounmpo covers is really breathtaking. You got to see it to believe it. I mean, he erases shots that you think he has no chance to get to.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's Antetokounmpo. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Here's Holland. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Anunoby in the corner. Right outside. Here's Powell. Here's Valanciunas. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Shooting 1. Really like how he used his body, got outstanding position on the boards, and then maximized it.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man, a solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
In the corner, Powell with it. Pass to Wright. Valanciunas finds Wright. Oh, the lob to Valanciunas. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention. But, you know, you don't get to flourish like IT does without being very creative. Always finds angles to get a shot up, even when defended well. You do what you have to do at his size to finish a drive, and he's one of the best small guys in the league in finishing.
And Isaiah Thomas, so great, Clark, at that floating shot over the help defender.
Well, at his size, you've got to have that in your bag. I mean, he just knows how to get that shot off and feel where it needs to be lifted from. Does the same thing with his passing out of traffic, and I think it's just his IQ and understanding. He's really one of the most exciting players in the league.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Karl Anthony Towns. Just an incredible month of basketball. 2nd in rebounding, 5th in field goal percentage, and of course, rim protection always. at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And again, look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean, ranking second in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Holland. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lock at 6. Trying his luck deep. Cans it from downtown. Antetokounmpo's got 17 now.
And, you know, you see the touch from deep. Antetokounmpo. Now he just needs to make it a more consistent part of his game.
Valanciunas passes to Van Vliet. Back to Valanciunas. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pass to Thomas. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And nice to see the strong inside game they're playing this quarter.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Van Vliet kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Van Vliet. Shoots from the line. A wide open look here for Ibaka. Cans it from downtown. He's got 10.
Boy, watching Ibaka, he possesses good form and just solid range on his shot.
Here's Thomas. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
And through the first two quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
Yeah, a real game changer in that regard, too. I mean, his activity was great. Excelled at finding ways to come up with those steals.
They've got Thomas. Antetokounmpo out there with the bodyguard. Then there's Towns, and it's Thompson in at the shooting guard. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. 5 on the clock. Unloads from 9. Holland. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Right against Thomas. Right outside. Kicks it to Powell. Lets it go from 14. And good that time. Powell's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Raptors. Outside Thomas. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
To the middle. Ball stolen. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the rejection by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
Poked away. Fast break, Milwaukee. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. And that'll be his third foul so far. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. And the Raptors also making a change. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Powell. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's the floater. Yep, that one goes. Antetokounmpo's got 19 points.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
And a slam dunk by Richardson.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Richardson against Thompson. Towns dishes to Thompson. Antetokounmpo passes to Thompson. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. Toronto calls timeout.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
The second half of the season has seen a ton of assists from this group of players who are the top passers since the All-Star break. You look at the bodyguard, 3rd in assists and a great leader.
Wow, he's taken his passing to a whole new level. His court awareness has really improved as we've gotten deeper into the season.
Now here's Leonard, covered by Holland. Ibaka, no luck. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for their matchup with the Nets, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Siakam is checked in for Toronto.
Well, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Now the pass to Holland. He kicks it to Towns. To the paint. And Holland gets it to go. Holland's got 4 points this quarter.
Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
Outside Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Hollins kicks to Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Bledsoe. Bucks passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Towns. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, I like the focus Towns has. So confident down low. Taking advantage of his size there.
Leonard looking over the floor. Shot, high post. And that one comes up a bit short.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
And it's Towns missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any
to
better.
Get on. I got a girl, but she look good tonight. You look so good. It's
Good
one
job in the low
on one
Richardson's
tonight.
got 8 points.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Outside, Antetokounmpo.
I got Hobbs. Oh no, I don't have Hobbs. I don't have Hobbs.
Leonard with
I
the steal.
sprayed it. I sprayed it.
Richardson against Thompson. Pass to Wright.
He looks so good, yeah.
Down low. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots over Towns. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Valanciunas. And it's 13 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last
He
game,
looks so
he
good.
was
Hold
just
on, y'all. This nigga's gonna keep sending me invites. I'm not leaving my career game, so. You can't in there with them niggas. When I'm done with this game, if y'all still need one, I'll come out. But until then, I'm not going nowhere. I'm in the third quarter with 6:30 left, and I damn near play the whole fourth usually. So I didn't get to play much yesterday because my internet and the Xbox Live wouldn't let me on. I'm gonna give me an alley, nigga. I'm gonna give me one. I don't give a fuck who guarded me. Quiet. Get up, nigga.
The hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Brown with it. Leonard picks him up. Brown dishes to Mirotic. Back to Brown. Here's Holland. Richardson cover. Hollins kicks to Henson. 5 to shoot. Pass to Mirotic. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Robinson's checked in for the Bucks. The Raptors also with a sub. Anunoby's checked in. Here's Mirotic, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Van Vliet, guarded by Robinson. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. 6 to shoot, and here's Leonard from 3. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Anunoby kicks to Siakam. Down low, Siakam tipped back in for 2. Milwaukee has gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. High post, Henson. The pass to Holland. 5 on the clock. DiVincenzo. And the Bucks miss again. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Leonard, the pass to Van Vliet. Poked loose and stolen by Mirotic. DiVincenzo, guarded by Valanciunas, beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Raptors shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Here's Van Vliet. No good on the 3.
You can play Gordon without 5 now.
That time around, just lucky he was off.
Robinson kicks to Holland. Back to Robinson. Henson the pass to Holland. Shot clock at 5. It's tipped. They're running. Here's Anunoby. He's got 10. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
Robinson kicks to Holland. A minute 50 left in the third quarter of the game. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 5th foul. The Bucks making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Norman Powell's checked in for Toronto. Passes it to Thomas. Clock at 6. Pass to Henson. Robinson for 3. Drops in the tray. Robinson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Thomas. Van Vliet passes to Leonard. Over Robinson. Rebounded by the Bucks. Henson's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. That's number 1.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Siakam. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Toronto. So he gets them both. 50 seconds left to play in the third. The pass to Robinson. Back to Thomas. Pass to Holland. Bucks passing it around. Shoots. Thomas, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Leonard. This one for three. Holland with the rebound. Holland's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You gotta be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Anybody beaming?
Outside Thomas.
I don't know what planet I'm on. Up in the drop top, but up in the top soon, the bonnet lit. Now imagine if it was my defender, right? That happened to me yesterday in the middle of a game. I had to get a system update literally in the middle of a game last night. My dude, they said my dude didn't score a bucket the rest of the game. He was pissed.
Two on the clock. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
A platoon swap. Here for Milwaukee. The Bucks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a start to this final quarter for them. So for Toronto right now, inside pairing is Ibaka and Valanciunas. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. Maker passes to Holland. And foul on the shot. He'll
get him out of here!
Free throw line. Leonard. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Like these days, less emphasis on divisional rivalries, more emphasis, it seems, on conference rivalries. Are you reading that the same way?
Yeah, I am, and I think part of it is because winning your division doesn't necessarily affect your playoff seeding the way it used to. And I think if we get rid of conferences, the rivalries could shift again. So I've already laid out my position on conferences. Let's stay East and West.
Good on both. Toronto's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe against Stevenson. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Shoots over Towns. No good off the back of the rim. The Bucs shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Here's Holland. Richardson covering. And Holland gets it to go. Holland's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Stevenson outside. Ibaka outside. Valanciunas against Towns. Let's go. Valanciunas, good.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Bledsoe looking around. He kicks to Maker. Pass to Holland. Maker with the ball. Working on Ibaka.
He's starting to figure it out a little bit more. Times like this prove Maker knows how to find the open guy.
The Raptors have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. The pass to Griffith. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Here's Bledsoe. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Well, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. But at the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
Siakam is checked in for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Richardson. Bucks on defense.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Back to Bledsoe. Passes to Holland. Clock at 4. Bledsoe passes to Maker. Here's Towns. Misses off the right iron.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Hollins kicks to Towns. And Holland gets it to go.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Raptors have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Stevenson passes to Griffith. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And the Raptors miss again. On offense, here are the Bucks. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Brown kicks to Holland. Maker passes to Brown. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The feed to Maker. For 3, Bledsoe. He doesn't hit that one. Toronto's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. Early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s, plateaued a bit, and now we're on a great ascension. But the players and the league have really worked well together to bring the league to a greater level of popularity and success in this time period now. And you can't discount the big money from TV contracts. That fuels the fire quite a bit as well.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And Valanciunas kicks the foul. Tipped away. Shoots over Brown. Good on the 13-footer. Powell's got 4 points this quarter. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. To the paint.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Stevenson finds Valanciunas. Shoots over Towns. And there's Valanciunas on the assist from Stevenson.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
And you were a good defender, Greg, so you tell me, how do you guard that? I mean, the height, the soft release, not a lot you can do against that combination.
Pass to Holland. Now Towns. To the middle. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Holland. Back to Towns. From deep three-point range. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Boy, that sharp awareness of Towns. Clock running out. He just beats it.
And Stevenson kicks to Siakam. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
To the wing on the left. Bledsoe against Stevenson. 5 to shoot.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Milwaukee.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
In what's really been a fantastic year, these guys expect to win each night just as they've done here tonight. And this will end up another big win, making it 65 on the season.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
Well, they're going to finish, like you said, 4-0 against them, and you're right, very impressive.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for the bodyguard.
Well, I like the ferocity on defense now. He was constantly putting himself in the path of steals and coming up with them, too.
2 on the clock. Henson, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. So both teams making some changes here. .30 seconds left in the game. Tipped away. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Stolen by Henson. Here's Holland. Out to the right wing. Bledsoe outside. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.
Stop standing. I'm pretty sure this one's going on my highlight reel, guys. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Great game, guys. AI, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up, Charlie?
Guys in the studio have a few questions for you.
All right.
Media alcove right this way.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Shaq. Hurrah! You've been beasting these last few games, and it's fun to watch. Anything you feel you've done differently to make this impact?
Oh, man, you know, Shaq, sometimes adrenaline takes over, and I just decide it's time to go out there and put on the show. You know, I'm a man of the people, and the people won't win, so that's what I'm going to give them.
You're not a man, you're an animal. Hurrah!
Here you go.
Yo. Hey, I'm about to go run the pro-am, fam. I'll let y'all, man. I pull up in a drop top.
Let me guess. Press conference?
You know it. You ready?
Yeah, I think so. Just a second.
AI, at this point in the season, I think it's safe to say you guys are one of the real contenders for the title. What are you looking to do on an individual level to help the team achieve this goal?
Well, you know, I'm looking to elevate my game to the next level. I feel like I made some pretty big strides in this season already, but, I mean, I know that I'm capable of more. So I've shown that I can be one of the best players in this league. And when the spotlight gets bright and it's time for me to prove it, you know, I'll be ready to put on a show. So, yeah, it's coming. I think that's it. Thank you.
Who don't? Who ain't got no badges? But I'm gonna go do a walk after I go buy these Gatorade shit since we're gonna play pro and I ain't gonna be out here slipping. I'm gonna get my Gatorades. That nigga Johnny coming?
Bruh, your game's getting better and better. You just getting started though, right?
Got it. Let's go with this.
But I just bought my Gatorade and shit. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go do one of my walks and shit, man. I'll be back in a minute. Leave money.